Hello Tesla owners, I welcome you to the official Tesplus tutorial installation video for your Model 3 and Model Y's center rotating / swivel screen mount. Today's video is provided by Tesplus in conjunction with their studio, Test Studio, to do the installation. What I'm going to show you today is going to be the A to the Z on how to install the swivel mount on your Tesla. When you order this kit from Tesplus, you're going to get an assortment of different items. First off, you've got the swivel. Secondly, they provide you with all the tools that you're going to need. And third, you've got this installation tutorial video to help you have a successful installation. Now, difficulty wise, you're looking at, from a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably going to be about a 3 to a 4. So you should be able to have a successful installation. If for some reason you are not confident in doing this, feel free to reach out directly to Tesplus or their studio, Test Studio, and schedule an appointment with one of their certified installers. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get your screen installed. We are underneath the center console, and to access the two bolts that you need to remove, you first need to remove this plastic screen, and it's just held in essentially with a few clips. And if you take a look here, there is a little notch that you're going to put your prying tool in here, and what you do is you'll push and they'll pop this unit out. So what you do again is you put it here and you're going to turn it a little bit, and this will just come out just like that. And what it does is it exposes a sensor right here that you're going to use two small Allen bits, and I will tell you what actually it's going to be. Now that we have removed this piece, you can go ahead and set it aside, as you will not need it with the new mount. Leave the sensor as is. From here, you have one bolt right here, and then you're going to have another one right there. Those are going to be your 10mm bolts that you want to remove. So go ahead and remove this one as well as this one for the next step. Now that you have the two bolts from underneath removed, you're going to go ahead and pull this screen off. The key to this is you want to just kind of move it back and forth, because it is in there pretty hard. So just move it back a little bit. This screen, again, just be real careful. You can turn it around like this here, as there's going to be a wire in the very back, and I'm going to show you guys that in a second. But what I suggest that you do is make sure that you put a towel underneath. You can leave your screen just like this here. This is going to be the back of the monitor, and I wanted to show you two bolts that you have to remove. Here is one of the torque bits. Here's the other one, and what it does is it releases this mount from the screen. So make sure that you do remove those two torque bit bolts. Now we're looking at this clip here, and all that you're going to do is you're going to expand it like this, grab it with a couple of fingers from both hands, and you're going to pull that clip off. Set it aside, as you will reuse it like such. And then it's going to be, and I'll show you guys here. On this side, you're going to see that little clip that you push down on, and you're going to pull that purple wire out. Just take it nice and easy, and it disconnects from the screen. The next step is to installing the swivel mount itself. Now this is the part that swivels. It should be pointing down. These two go directly into here. So you're going to put it just like that. And using the two OEM bolts that you remove from the bottom, you're going to go ahead and align it to the holes. And then you're going to go ahead and screw one side and then into the very next side here. So I'll tighten both of those down. The next step is installing the trim onto the mount. This is a little tricky because, as you can tell, the mount itself is pretty large, but the trim is a little small. So first thing, you've got to put both wires through the hole, and from there you have to somewhat finagle this here. You put it on one side. You might have to turn this somehow like such to get it to clear. And once you have the wires through, you can go ahead and essentially mount this to the car. I suggest that you push the very bottom in first and work your way to the very top. So this here has a nice OEM fit to it. Down here it's not too bad. Over to the side, not too bad. And I've got good coverage in the very front. From before mounting the screen, I would suggest that you go ahead and mount the sensor's cover. This one here is just going to go just like that. As you guys can see, I'm going to use the same screws, and we are going to go ahead and just clip it right underneath. With the lower sensor cover installed, we need to install the bracket that will cover this and attach to the screen itself. So with this one here, kind of like this original, the trim piece here, it's a little finicky to get in. So the way you guys do it, you'll start it right over here, slide it to the middle, and that should go right into place. So now you have the ability to actually mount it from underneath into the holes. Make sure that the wire goes through the round portion of this trim here. So now we're ready to install the cable onto the screen. The final part of installing the screen onto the mount, it's a little difficult to show you guys as everything's going to be blocked because of the screen, but I'm going to show you what needs to be done. With these two stalks here, it is going to fit right into this groove here and here. Underneath, you're going to use the provided bolts to bolt it to the mount itself. Now, make sure your wiring is out here and it's not pinched. So what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to take the screen, put it right in here, and then secure it with the two bolts. We're going to go ahead and just press right in here, and I'm going to show you guys here. Just like that. Goes right in. I will go ahead and take the plastic clip and we're going to clip it back in for more securement. So with the screen installed into this mount here, I took those two bolts that were provided and I started to thread in like such. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Until it's nice and tight. So once you have that completed, make sure your wiring doesn't bind. Everything looks good here. And we're going to go ahead and do a final check. So with the screen fully installed, you can see how wonderful it is to be able to turn. You can tilt it a little bit over here, here, back down, however you like. Over to the passengers if you want, back over to the drivers. So that is going to be the install of the Tesplus swivel mount for your screen. I want to thank you for stopping by and taking a look at this tutorial from Tesplus. Come back frequently, as we are always working to add more tutorials into the video queue for you guys to take a look at. If you are interested in buying this product, make sure that you drop by the link below, as Tesplus carries a huge line of accessories for your Tesla. Until the very next time, take care.